Ilir Latifi versus Volkan Oezdemir takes place on the main card of UFC 156 Uruguay. It's a great addition to the card. I'm almost glad it got shifted onto this card from the card last weekend at UFC on ESPN 5, Lawler versus Covington, because it's a much better fight on this card. And this card, I'm telling you, needed a little bit of love. Alright, because this card was not the best card whatsoever. Now we've got Latifi versus Oezdemir. It kind of makes up for it a bit. Latifi the sledgehammer. Okay? 5 for 8. I do feel as though Volkan Oezdemir's got this one in the bag. Okay, I said it on my prediction video when I did the whole fights. I feel like Ozdemir's going to win the last 2 rounds. Latifi's going to win the first ones. There was a moment in Latifi's career, and I can't quite remember where it was. It was like on his just before the Ryan Bader fight, where people were looking at him and going, Jesus Christ, this guy's fucking dangerous. For anyone at fucking light heavyweight, he's dangerous. Okay, and people were kind of shook of him for a moment. Okay, Ryan Bader dealt with him and you're like, oh, thank God, someone dealt with him. Then he beats OSP and Tyson Pedro back to back and you're like, holy shit. I feel like Volkan Oezdemir is going to be able to do what Corey Anderson could do, but with a bit more dire consequences for Ilir Latifi. And I think actually Volkan Oezdemir may get the finish in the 3rd round. If I'm Volkan Oezdemir's camp here, I'm telling him, listen, keep active in the 1st. Don't commit to any big shots because you're going to probably get caught. And just deal with the 1st round. Be active, make him work, make Latifi work, push Latifi to the cage, try and do some shit, pick him apart from the outside. No committing to any shots. Let's get past this 1st round because in the 2nd and 3rd round, Latifi slows down drastically. Drastically slows down. And there's a reason for that, because you're not meant to be fucking 5 for 8 and fucking jacked to the fucking gills. He's wider than he is tall. His shoulders are the length of his fucking spine. Okay? He's not meant to be at light heavyweight, and that frame with that much muscle mass is not meant to go 15 minutes in a fight. It's supposed to get you out of there quick with an explosion and escape the last 2. You don't even have to fight him because the guy's out cold. Ozdemir's going to be wise enough to avoid the rush in the 1st round and do what Corey Anderson did, but do it with a bit more dire consequences for Ilir Latifi. And I think he may get the finish in the 3rd round because Corey Anderson did everything perfectly. He took it patient. He made Latifi work in the 1st round, escaped the 1st round, and then just started picking apart Latifi bit by bit, forward pressure in the 2nd and 3rd. Latifi would explode and take a minute to recharge. Okay? Oezdemir needs to do the exact same thing here. I think he's going to be able to do it. He's the much younger guy. Latifi's 36. Has back problems as well. Had to pull out of their fight in Sweden from a back problem. Got shifted another week backwards this fight because of a back problem. Like he's getting up there in age. And when you're a guy that relies on explosiveness and being an athlete and your strength, age is a killer. It really is. And I think Oezdemir is going to come into this fight knowing his career's on the line. Because let's face it, Ozdemir's career's on the line. I thought he beat Dominic Reyes. He's now on a 3-fight loss streak though. Regardless of what you think about the decision, it's in stone as a loss. So you just have to look at it. He's on a 3-fight loss streak. He's not the biggest name. If he loses this fight, he's out of a career. He's going to be committed. He's going to be more committed than ever. And he's been training for this fight for a very long time as well. So I'm going to go with Volkan No Time Oezdemir. But I think he does take some time. Not no time. There's no 1st round knockout here. I think he takes it into the 3rd and finishes Ilir Latifi there, where Ilir Latifi is just completely gassed and out of it. I like Volkan Oezdemir. I really do. And I think he gets the job done here. It's a good bet. When you look at the wrestling, Volkan Oezdemir, I know he showed problems in a DC fight, but listen, if DC can't take you down in the 1st round, he kind of did though. Fuck. DC's way better than Ilir Latifi at wrestling. Volkan Oezdemir showed good defense from DC, landed some good shots. Obviously did get taken down eventually, but I don't feel like Latifi's going to be able to do what DC did to him. You know, especially that old DC. That dog DC. I think nowadays when DC comes back against Stipe, you're really going to see the aging process. Okay? Because he's getting up there in age. But back then, DC was in a new stride. You know, he's coming back to make a point. I don't need John. I'm the fucking light heavyweight champ. And, yeah. I feel like Ozdemir's going to get this one done. Latifi's just too... He's like a worse Romero. You know? I think a match between Latifi and Romero would be a great one at light heavyweight. I'll tell you that. You know, if Romero wants to move up after Costa, regardless of the result, Latifi's up there waiting. I'd pay good fucking money to watch that fucking... That would be an absolute spectacle. I don't think Latifi's going to be able to finish... Even if he does take down Oezdemir in the first, I think it'll be a 10-9. I don't see him being able to finish Oezdemir. Ozdemir's shown throughout his career his ability to take damage is great. He's been finished once by DC, by TKO. But, you know, I just feel like... He can take damage. He's a dog. I don't think Latifi's going to land a big shot. And I think Ozdemir's going to capitalise in the later 2 rounds. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. Volkan Oezdemir by 3rd round TKO. Click that button there. Goodbye.